we've got a banger. So I was just locked in. My eyes were locked on the burgers.
They win £4 million.
Is Darkest Man going to crack?
Little rap on the wrist. You do me. You do me, and I'll do
I'm
you.
not doing that.
My juicy take.
The game is simple.
Warning.
One podcast, two founders,
I'm Bart Frank.
And I'm Alex Kempner.
three random words.
Photo, sausage, exotic.
The time of a burger. Brainstorm a viral show.
Bonnie Blue.
Pitch it.
We can't just sit here eating burgers. We've got to get on with it.
A little ASMR.
Welcome to Feed Me Formats, the new digital entertainment show where we rank burgers, develop new YouTube shows, and talk shop. I'm Bart Frank, co-founder of Objekt, who make YouTube shows for brands.
And I'm Alex Kempner, the better half.
Cool, let's get into it. Tia, what are we doing today?
The theme of today's podcast is competition. So the burgers are from K-Town Chicken. You have some
Oh, thank you.
K barbecue burgers.
Nice.
So it's crispy chicken fillet with Korean barbecue sauce.
So I was just locked in. My eyes were locked on the burgers.
I mean,
For a
you're welcome to pick them up.
For a
I'm
good
really
30
hungry.
seconds.
Producer Tia, what are our 3 words today?
Fan, rebellion, voiceless.
Voiceless. Fan, rebellion, voiceless. You ready?
Voiceless. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay.
Fan, rebellion, voiceless.
Whoa, look at this burger.
Oh my.
Ow.
That fucking hell. That's actually a very good looking burger.
Mmm. How's your development going?
Not very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm kind
I think I've got mine
of
already.
going round and round in circles at the moment.
Jesus, I think it's almost done.
I don't understand how he eats that quickly. Okay, I've got something.
Was it nice, Alex K?
It was. God, whenever Bart finishes,
Yeah.
I might have forgotten my idea. Why do you agree to this format? If it's going to take you 45 minutes to eat a burger.
I'm like flying through this in my mind. Like, do you not chew? How many chews do you do?
I don't know. Couple. Just squish it up a bit.
You're like Bevo.
Me and Bevo.
I look forward to ranking it in half an hour's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I lost the race, shall I go first? That's probably how it works.
Yeah. All right. So you're first.
I'll go first every
All
time.
right, hopefully it's not the same idea. Let's hear. What have you got?
So, the 3 words were...
Fan.
Reaction.
Rebellion.
Rebellion.
I said rebellion. You said reaction. Fan.
Fan
rebellion.
reaction.
No, it's not reaction.
It's not reaction, it's
Fan
rebellion.
Yeah, yeah.
And voiceless.
And voiceless. It's fine. That's what I had. I just got confused.
So,
Okay. It is a competition format where fans of a particular celebrity or influencer or YouTuber come on and they rebel against the people that the fan that they rebel against the celebrity that they love, and what they are trying to do is make the celebrity who is currently sitting voiceless shriek or say something because they've gone so with the whatever they've said to them.
what do you mean they've gone? So what are they doing?
They're kind of like ribbing them, they're roasting them,
Oh.
and it's like everyone's trying to roast to try and get a reaction.
So what was the
Not that
rebellion?
I thought the reaction was the word. The fans are rebelling against them because they're no longer being a fan of that person. So they're staging a mini rebellion against their person that they were a fan of. It's tenuous,
Okay.
but I got there. Go on, give me yours.
Was it supposed to be a competition format? Was that the aim of the game? Or was just competition a theme?
I mean, if it's not a theme, yes, it's meant to be very much about competition.
Interesting. What if it's like, it's in sport, so there's competition there?
I'll
Well, it's
allow
all we've
that.
got. It's all we've got at this stage.
Yeah.
'Cause do you mind?
I'm very thirsty.
So, my idea.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, but it's with fans of a football club or a sports team that's been poorly run. So the voiceless fans are rebelling and we bring in the big guns to help them rebel against their club. And finally, those fans have a voice. And each week we got a different set of fans who are going to help them rebel against their club, get their club back on track for the fans.
Nice. It's not a competition format.
But each week there's 2 sets of fans who are going head to head, and the winning team gets the support their club needs so that they can rebel against their club.
Yeah. Why don't we work on it when we
Should
get
we
our
set
timer?
the timer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're setting the timer.
So
All
what?
right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. I like the. How can we make that into a competition format? Your one.
I just did at the end.
I know, but not really. What if it's what do we need to do? We need to. Yeah. Okay. How can we make it so it's 2 teams going head to head? Can they win something for their club?
Yeah, but then you lose the sense of rebellion.
Because what in your original format, how are they going to rebel against?
Well, they're going outside of the club to link up with our sort of super host, who we need to determine who that is. Could be Bonnie Blue, could be someone else.
Not Bonnie Blue. We're not mentioning Bonnie Blue.
Diego's woken up.
We're not mentioning Bonnie Blue in every episode.
I think we should.
They're going together as a group. They're going on our channel, on our entertainment channel. They're putting a YouTube show together, and they're going to rebel against the higher powers at their football.
How are they rebelling?
By sort of going in there and coming up with suggestions. They're like saying we need to make changes need to be happening.
What scale of club?
Doesn't matter. It's just it's any group of fans that need the help and support that we can give them.
Okay. What about rebelling against? Who else would you rebel against as a
A
fan?
dictator.
As a fan.
As a fan, you would rebel. You don't really rebel. You would have to rebel against something that you.
It's for power.
The power that controls you. It's quite a difficult word. But then, or maybe it's brand sponsored by Rebellion beer.
That's a cop out.
Why? Who makes up these rules?
We make up the rules.
Exactly. You're rebelling against someone you're a fan of.
Yeah.
The act of rebellion was actually just abuse.
Yeah.
So what's the?
Who else? You can rebel against your parents. You can rebel against
Your government.
Your government. You can rebel against teachers.
You're not really fans at that
No.
point. Unless it's like a really hot day
Well, you use fans in that
and
sense.
there's lots of fans.
Not sure.
Rebellion, fan, voice and voiceless.
What are other things where you are? There's not that many other scenarios where you're a fan of something, where you're so like, but you don't have a choice. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, football is one of those ones where you don't really feel like you have a choice of who you support. So like the rebellion against your club works. It doesn't really work in other contexts.
Well, I think it does in your sort of either in like your country or your company or your whatever organisation you're part of, or maybe it's the workers at the fan factory of rebelling.
The voiceless workers at the fan factory.
Hold on, how long have we got left? Oh my god!
You have 1 minute 20 seconds.
Good lord.
So hold on, then
So
let's get
far
back
away.
to the celebrities that we were roasting. So you're fans of them.
Darkest Man
Yeah.
is there. A load of his fans, like 14-year-olds. Well, they don't have to be 14, but
Okay.
come on. And he's stood there on his own, and he's not allowed to say anything. And if any of them can say something that gets him to like react or say something,
So is that him rebelling?
no, they're rebelling against him because they were his fans, but they're now doing something to like antagonise him.
I feel like it's quite a fun idea because then he has to remain voiceless. I think maybe the rebel bit makes more sense for him to rebel against his fans.
Oh, so he's rebelling.
He's
against his
rebelling
fans.
because they're having to
You have
make
30
him.
seconds left.
I think they're having to make him say something. They're having to get a voice out of him by all the different practical sort of the pranks, the roasts, the sort of the different settings, and they're doing it to win something.
Prize.
Big prize. big prize.
Just if we slap a big monetary value on
Then
it,
it's a competition.
Suddenly it will work.
It's a great competition.
Okay, I don't think...
I think that might be better. I think we're there. I have great pleasure to introduce the one, the only, our creative director, Mr. Frank.
Hello again.
Hello, thank you for having me back.
No worries.
So, are you ready for this banger?
Yeah.
Darkest Man is rebelling against his fans. He's set out to not say anything and remain voiceless for an entire 60 minutes. It's up to his fans to try and get a reaction out of him, and if they can, they win £4 million.
A huge prize.
A huge amount of money.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many fans are down there?
hundreds.
100 fans down up there. Where? Down there?
I don't think we can give it 4 million quid because it's something that's just like, it makes it more watchable because there's so much money. It's a bit of a cheat code.
We cheat it.
I think we're cheating.
Okay.
I'm going to reframe it.
Okay, quick reframing.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourself, Tia.
Okay. How are you?
He's in a
Yeah,
stadium.
good.
I'm not sure if this was allowed as part of the rules, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
in
just-
the stadium.
we're
Yeah,
playing-
put him in the
we're playing.
stadium.
He's in the stadium. He's got all his fans around him in the stadium. They've got one job and one job only. Whoever can crack him and make him not
Hear his
voiceless
voice.
is the winner.
Yeah. And what? So they just take it and turn. They step up to him like he's sort of Asian king.
What?
I was thinking like a Thai sort of ruler, sort of sitting there, and they like walk up some steps, and then they have 10 seconds,
Okay, sure.
and he's wearing like a very ornate
Revealing robe.
sort of gold and like gems.
Yeah. Darkest Man is sat on a throne on a stage. His fans are all around him in the audience, and there's one rule and one rule only: Darkest Man must remain voiceless at all times. And if one of his fans can crack him, he's rebelling against his fans by staying voiceless because they're trying to win a prize. And if one of his fans can make him crack by any way, shape or form, it might be something nice. They might try and plead to him that he should talk because they've got such a needy case. They might try and make him laugh. They might try and make him cry. They might shock him. They might say something outrageous. But whoever makes him crack and say anything and break his vow of voicelessness wins the grand prize, which is an unnamed grand prize because I think if we gave it a value, it would be cheating.
But let's say it's £100,000. So picture this: you've got someone up there. They're saying how that £100,000 will save their sister's life. Is Darkest Man going to crack?
I hope not.
See, what jeopardy! What a show!
Wow.
What a banger! That's a surefire hit.
Right, Tia, you can rank it. You're going to watch it.
I might watch the first episode. I'm not sure if I'd continue on. It feels like it might quickly
I might
become
walk off
quite
this podcast. Just carries on like that.
repetitive. It's quite sad, isn't it? Like just listening to desperate people.
Well, they're not all desperate. So what, you think it's repetitive? What, people going up there trying different things? Would you
I
not
mean,
always
what-
want? Would you not always want to see what someone does next? So what, someone runs up there with like a sword, or like comes dressed as Mr. Blobby, like what?
Yeah,
you're
but I
not
think
always
the
gonna be like,
issue
"Oh,
is like him trying to not talk. It's pretty easy not to talk, right? You just keep your mouth shut.
But then what if someone tricks him? What if someone goes, oh yeah, one more thing. You go, oh yeah, oh, I'm out. Shit, it's happened. It's over. She doesn't
Yeah,
like it.
I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't.
Oh,
yeah.
we failed.
Yeah, this wasn't our best one.
God,
Never mind.
sorry.
That's okay. You
Sorry
learn
to the
from
fans.
failure.
Yeah, we got.
Well, I feel like we should be punished.
Oh,
weird.
Why is that weird?
Little rap on the wrist. You do me. You do me, and I'll do
I'm
you.
not doing that.
Go on, you do me, I'll do you.
No,
Why not?
because it should be something funnier than that.
Okay, fine.
Tia, what have you got? What's the punishment?
I would say like eat some hot sauce or something, but we don't have
What?
that prepped.
Next time.
So,
If Tia isn't happy with our work,
yeah.
we're getting punished.
I feel like you could have had something really good.
What?
Go on. Tell us more.
Oh, what, you think we could have come up with a good idea? Though?
Yeah.
Go on, I want to hear it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you could have done like rebels versus fans, and then they're all voiceless, but there's like an influencer, and they have to try and convince them whether they're a rebel or a fan.
So you've just changed the
They can't-
word. It was
Just go-
rebellion.
Okay, but like,
I guess rebels would be at the
Yeah.
rebellion.
if there's a group of rebels, that's a rebellion.
Oh, it's probably... Yeah,
Next,
well, we could have done ours about the FA. The first two letters of fan.
Why do I think our idea wasn't very good?
You know the rules.
Because it had no
boring.
progression. You'd start that show and the first person could make them crack, and you've got no way of stopping it. And if no one makes them crack for an hour, it loses interest very quickly. And as Tia said, just making someone
Yeah.
crack once and that being the be all and end all
not
doesn't
enough of a
really give you
payoff.
that much. Where's the build? Where's the Jenga theory? All of that shit.
It's your idea.
I know. I'm just saying
My idea was
why I agree with Tia.
a surefire hit.
I actually quite liked yours, Alex. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the theme of the show.
Apparently the theme means something.
Like we can all,
How
we
was
can
I
all,
sp- how-
we can all come up with good ideas.
How was I
There's
supposed
no-
to remember the theme?
There's no rules.
The theme was ages ago. Then suddenly we got 3 words. Was
Yeah.
it burger racing time?
It's burger eating time.
Oh, finally!
Yeah, let's do it.
There's going to be a scoreboard here with our
Which
previous.
Now shows our old scores, which we've retrospectively
Yeah.
moved out of the old ranking system into the new ranking system. So
we're
to
gonna-
avoid confusion for everyone.
So we're going to know exactly where this one sits in that ranking.
Well, I think this is the nicest burger we've eaten.
Okay. Well, do you want to say what the old ones are?
No, because they'll be on the board.
They're on the board.
Oh, okay.
Can you not see them?
Yeah, I
we don't
can
need
see
to
them so
re-rate them.
clearly.
It's got 5.5 and 6.8, I think.
I guess it does now. 6.8 was quite high.
Nice.
Oh,
Anyway,
I think this is the nicest burger we've ever had.
I think you should just give us
From-
a score.
In your
I
whole
don't
life?
need your life
No,
story.
sorry. The nicest burger we've ever had on this podcast. So, all right, do you want to go 3, 2, 1 and we say it at the same time?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
7.4.
Not bad.
Close. Well, also, do you want to know the price?
Yeah, sure. That can factor in because it used to factor in.
It's £9.45
A
per
burger.
burger.
So it's cheaper than GBK, I think.
What?
7.6. Meet in the middle.
7.6. Oh, what? We're doing a deal.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll meet you in the middle.
7.6.
7.6.
Nice.
We're locking it in. So what are we doing next here, Drake?
Your juicy takes.
Ooh.
Wow.
Juicy.
Juicy, juicy, juice, 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 juice.
Choose.
Juicy takes.
So, Mr. Frank,
Yes, Mr. Camden.
how juicy is your take?
I'd say it's a pretty juicy take. So my juicy take is that organic reach is everything. Let that percolate.
It's percolating.
Why do I say that?
Why do you say that?
you can ask me. So organic reach is everything, and the reason I say that is because I think too many brands focus the majority of their attention on their paid assets and not enough on their organic assets, which are actually a true indicator of what their audience wants. So why not invest your time and energy in creating stuff that is going to have organic reach? You can then understand what your audience actually want to watch and what they want from you. And then, yes, you can have a paid strategy, but that paid strategy should be around either boosting what you've done there that's they're already doing organically well, or as something that can jump off the side of something that's doing organically well. And my last point here is that YouTube is the prime place for making content with organic reach, and that is why more brands should be doing exactly that. Stop wasting their money on paid spending, start investing in stuff that's going to generate organic reach, and
Something important about
and really learn what their audience want from them and really start to deliver on that and build a loyal brand following.
I love it. But
Thank you.
to play devil's advocate,
Oh,
or
devil's
not
big
even playing
advocate.
advocate, but why surely if they want instant results, they're better off with paid, no?
I think you can get vanity metrics through paid. So you can spend a lot to get a high view count, or to put it in front, or basically to put it in front of a load of people. But how much will they have engaged with your content is like very hard to say. And also, I think what you lack by doing that is, if all of your strategy is always around paid, you're always pushing whatever you make, you're putting in front of, you're forcing people to watch it. So you never get a sense of what people actually want from you, or what they want to watch. So suddenly you sort of shift that to, we're creating stuff for our audience that they are going to organically engage with.
I think in the long term, it's like what you're saying is far more powerful. I do still think there's, in the short term, paying that people see your content. If you're putting all the correct amount of energy into the strategy and the analytics and sort of the whatever action you want your audience to take, I think there's still scope for that to be hugely valuable. If you're selling something and you just want people to see how it works, and they see it they otherwise wouldn't have, you just, as long as you're making more money than you're spending, it's...
Well, I agree. I'm not saying a paid strategy is dead. I'm just saying that the insights you get from doing an organic strategy, and also of what your audience wants and how to engage them.
Well, I think I'd say it's more to do with the brand. It would definitely be brand loyalty, but also like the brand perception of, like, you'd build fandom with your brand through organic content. And so it might even be less direct as to what people would do, but people would really associate with and resonate with that brand, rather than the paid one where, you might convince them to spend the money, and if you've got a great product, then the product does the rest of the work. But actually, if you're entertaining people and engaging people organically, where they are seeking out and watching your content, that is hugely valuable. And actually, it's quite interesting that you say this, because it sounds like there's a train flying over our heads.
A helicopter.
I was at Madfest
last
week, sweating it out at Madfest.
Was it hot?
It was very hot. And I was listening to someone, was the marketing director from Wingstop, and he was talking about experiential and events, but what he was saying was, rather than pay to show up at other events, what they're doing and what they want to do is to sort of be more involved and more sort of immersed in the culture, is actually put on the events. Nice. Again, not too dissimilar to what Red Bull has done for years, but as I was listening, I was like, this is exactly the same as the in the digital content world. Yeah. If you're just paying to either show up with influencers or show up with paid ads, the difference between that and actually just putting out content that people genuinely want to engage with and enjoy is massive.
Well, it's also very similar to what I was saying, but mine in a digital world, yours in the real world.
That's kind of why I said it.
Yeah, I presume so.
It wasn't just random.
Coincidentally,
I actually listened to what you said, and then I said something else.
But I'm just highlighting. I'm highlighting the parallel.
You're just getting warmed up.
Well, I'm highlighting the parallel because I think the parallel is spot on, and I think that a lot. I think we're seeing a scenario where a lot of the barriers to entry for doing either activations or events or launching a YouTube channel is just like non-existent almost now, to the point where brands can completely control their own destiny in terms of reaching an audience. They don't have to rely on other people to do it like they've sort of felt like they have to in the past. And I think that's the sort of big shift that we're seeing at the moment.
My juicy take. Here we go. creators are no different to celebrity chefs. That's juicy. That's juicy. No, I think there's a huge amount of similarity with what creators are now going through and attempting to go through, in the sense that they all need to find a way to exist beyond just themselves. What they've created has become a business. They are, by all accounts, the face of that business. How can they then turn that into whether it's a media empire or product-driven stuff, or licensing and partnerships? And it is literally no different to what celebrity chefs have been doing for the last 20 or 30 years. How juicy is that? What an observation.
I do quite a fun observation, I'll give you that. Why just chefs? Why not just celebrities?
Because I think chefs have been doing it far more so, where they've partnered with product brands, they've launched cookbooks, they've got production companies, they've got restaurant empires. It's very multifaceted, where I don't think celebrities, and obviously more so now, they've all got an alcohol brand, but I don't think, and I'm talking 20, 30 years ago. I think I'm talking 20, 30 years ago. It's hard to keep track.
30 years ago is probably.
When was Jamie Oliver bursting onto the scene?
I'd say, for Jamie.
Okay, well then that's exactly when I'm talking about. Then it's the same with Marco Pierre White. It's the same with Gordon Ramsay. It's
the same with all the chefs. In terms of you go, they'll all have a knife set that's in their name or something like that. They've all niche moved out into different areas. But I think I think the reason chefs is a really, really good example is because it was a very natural niche. Where celebrity is so broad. I mean, there probably is other niches that we could think of that have sort of operated in a similar way. I guess footballers in a way over the last, some have in the last sort of
not many go on to have that full, the content thing.
I think it's because you know them. It's interesting because it's you know them for a very specific thing, and therefore them jumping out into other things that feel connected, like restaurants or cookbooks or knife sets or cutlery dish.
But then it is also but it is also the production, right? So it's the Gordon Ramsay's production company is producing the show on Apple, which doesn't feature him. It's got the guy from Top Drawer hosting it, and he's going looking for Michelin stars. But it's his production company. And it's and I think that's what creators now, like Amelia de Moldenberg, she's got stuff in development. She's got her own Dim's Inc. There's just so many similarities, and obviously with the boom of the creator economy, it feels like this is all new. But as with so many things,
you can trace it back to very similar examples.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's even with the Sidemen with Inside. It's they still feature in it a bit, but the whole show, none of the show's really about them anymore. They just dip in. It's a Sidemen production, but it doesn't even really feature them anymore. That was one of the interesting things that Dude Perfect was saying as well. They want to pull themselves back from the content because at the moment they feel like their empire is a bit based on them, but their big plan for growth and expansion is to be able for it to live on beyond them. So they want to bring through new creators on different channels and have the theme parks and all the other bits. So it's the growth and the success of it beyond themselves, where they aren't going to be able to keep posting at the frequency they are now because they're going to get older and probably be less relevant as well, which they're very aware of. So it's how do you make this brand that you've built live longer than the individual? That's interesting. Do you think Jamie Oliver, the brand, will live beyond Jamie Oliver, the person?
I guess it depends when he dies.
Or Gordon Ramsay. Do you think?
It's the same. I can give you the same answer.
No, I know, but
have any of the big chefs died?
Well, yes. Is Marco Pierre White?
Very much so.
Do you know Gary Rhodes?
Gary Rhodes, he's dead.
He's dead. Died in 2019.
He's the guy at the spiky hair. 29. Gary Rhodes is dead.
Yeah.
What? American guy?
No, British guy.
Gary Rhodes.
Gary Rhodes with the spiky hair.
R.I.P.
Because for that same thought process is do you think Mr. Beast, the brand, will live beyond the individual?
He doesn't seem to have much intention of taking himself out of it. He's
true.
He's
Well, he does it as food and stuff like that. I mean, he's still obviously branded.
But he's sort of made everything to do with his YouTube just as efficient as he possibly can be, which is so it just optimises his time on camera. Yeah. And that's what his whole setup is about. So he literally just films as much as he can. He doesn't seem to be doing what the other people are doing, which is trying to find ways to run it as a business, step in to do the bits that you think you're sort of super valuable at, but actually it can exist as an entity.
I mean, the very good example of that is, have you seen his latest video, the one where he a guy has to lose £100
Yeah.
he can get out.
Yeah.
And because it's shot over the space of like 8 months or something, and the actual amount that he has to feature in it is like for something that spans such a great amount of time and is an incredible transformation, incredible story. He just dots himself at key touch points along the journey, and suddenly you've got.
Well, it would be insane for him to sit with him for 8 months.
It would be pretty insane for him to sit with him for that long. But it's a good example of like how well he's optimized it to do something of such a mega scale. But then also just to dot himself, it's a very literal description of what you're giving, where he just dots himself at the key points to make the things better. Well, the other interesting thing about YouTube at the moment, I presume you see the fact that the total watch hours on YouTube, nearly 50% of that now is watched on TVs in the UK. And then the other one that I think is really interesting in that is that YouTube now accounts for more watch hours than all of the other broadcast channels combined on TV in people under the age of 50.
Well, I was just going to say, I think you say people under the age of 50, but I think people sort of 40 and above are probably the most underserved market on YouTube. And I think that's going to, obviously, as people grow up, get older, not grow up, because by the time you're 40, I hope you're fully grown up. But as they get to 55 to 60, I think that's where there's a huge opportunity for the brands that want to engage that audience to start serving them content where there's far less competition.
Yeah. But I think what I think is the most exciting about that, though, is by YouTube being such a dominant force on TVs and people watching on TVs, that suddenly means the barriers to entry for brands to make shows that are going to end up on people's TVs and watched by people on TV is now so small and so easy to make them. Doesn't mean it's easy to nail them, but what that gives them is such an opportunity to invest in making original content that can engage their audience, and that can end up being watched by people on their tellies in like prime time, and can can rival the likes of BBC, Channel 4, whoever it may be. So they are in such a privileged opportunity to be able to invest money into making shows that now have a direct way of being consumed by people during like their evening viewing time. And I don't think that sort of power balance has always historically been held by the terrestrial channels up until about 15 years ago, and then that's slowly being shifted to the streamers, and then that's slowly now with apps on TV shifting now towards the social media platforms, or specifically YouTube. And that access to people's TV screens gives brands a way now of making their own shows that they can use, that could be they can make standout pieces of content that can rival anything on Netflix, anything on any of the terrestrial channels. And so it's all about investing that money and that time and that energy into trying to make the best possible stuff on YouTube, and you genuinely can hit incredibly big audiences, as is proved by those biggest YouTubers that we were just talking about.
And I think it's interesting that what you said originally about the paid versus organic, and actually a lot of the media agencies who are working on behalf of the biggest brands have woken up to YouTube, but still from an advertising sense. It's where they're paying to sit within the high quality content on YouTube. And actually, the next step, the next thing, the logical move, in my opinion, is for the brands to create the content rather than figure out a way to sit and add in between the high quality content on YouTube. Just get out there, make it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying as well. I mean, it's not a surprise that we're both saying the same things because we run the same company, that make shows for brands on YouTube.
And we're both looking for clips for LinkedIn.
Well, I think that might be all we have time for today, Mr. Kempner.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you today. Back on the sofa, back in front of the cameras.
The pleasure is all mine.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
So I guess we'll see everyone next week. You.
Couple of weeks' time.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, yeah.
Bi-weekly.
See
Thank
ya.
you. Bye.